Hello everyone. I wanted to showcase a tool, actually multiple tools that I created to aid with rewinding the Ryobi Weed Whipper spools. And I call it the Ryobi Weed Whipper Spool Tool, or just Spool Tool for short. So first things first, there are two different designs of the Ryobi spools. There is a 15-tooth design, which was the original design, and then there is a 7-tooth design, and you can see that by counting the number of teeth on the inside or outside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then same thing you could do on the outside as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there's also a 15-tooth design if you do the same counting. But you can physically see there's many more teeth on the 15-tooth, many less on the 7-tooth. Now, what's the difference between the two? What does this do? So the spools themselves, as you can see from the holes, the center holes, they are the same, and it's just the number of teeth that are different. So these are interchangeable on the Ryobi Weed Whippers. But the reason, from what I can understand, is this being the original design, it only advanced the spool reel maybe 1/4 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch at a time. And I believe there were complaints about that from consumers. So Ryobi revised it, made the spacing wider and less teeth. So when the line advances, it, 7 versus 15, it doubles the length that it advances out. So maybe 3/4 of an inch or an inch at a time instead of half of that as originally was intended. So there are two different designs of this. So two different tools that I created. So let's showcase what these tools are. So I patterned them directly off of the spools themselves. As you can see, that it's kind of a reverse pattern. Same for the 15-tooth design. So when you go to order, just make sure to count to know which one to get, because the tools themselves are not interchangeable with the 7 versus 15. They don't lock in. Same for the 7 versus 15, as you can imagine, but they do lock in with themselves. Just like that, it locks in. This one locks in. Right there. So, what does this do? Well, if you want to put this lock that in, you can take it over to the drill, sandwich it between the drill bit and the edge of it. Go ahead and spin that to lock it into place. And it spins. So if you can tell where I'm going with this, you can then feed some line into the hole. Let's line up the hole so you can see it right there. We're going to take our spool line, put it in the hole as you normally would. Just like that. And then go ahead and advance a little bit of line here. And then you want to go slow at first, or else the line will pull out of the hole, as you might imagine if you've done this by hand before. So just go slow for a couple of revolutions. That's all you need. And then just hold the line itself, or the original one. Give it a few spins for a few seconds. Look at it go. Once you're happy with that, you can take some cutters as you normally would. Snip that off. And you can just put it in the tangs as you normally would, so that it doesn't unwind on you. Just like that. Take it out. And in a few seconds, you have a spool that's wound, instead of manually going at it and potentially losing it. Making sure that it's wound tightly but not too tight, doesn't cross over itself, and potentially risk it falling out of your hands and having to restart it. So, saves a lot of time and effort. And if you're one that doesn't like to mess with rewinding it because it's somewhat of a pain, Ryobi their solution to it is to give you a 3-pack of these spools that are pre-wound with some otherwise pretty small line. They don't last as long. They're not wound near as far to the edge. And I want to say they cost about $23 for a 3-pack. And so if you buy one of these, buy a ream of spool, or of the line, you save a ton of time and a ton of money by doing it this route versus going with the pre-wound ones, if convenience is your goal. So what can you do when you're done with this? Well, there's holes on the back side that go all the way through, and I designed that so that you can put it on a pegboard and keep it out of the way but nearby. when you need to use it. So when I designed this, just as final thoughts, the shaft is a standard bit that you would see on any drill bit, and then it has nice filleted reliefs so that it's extra strong. You can kind of bend this decently hard within reason and it will not break. Very strong all the way around. But I hope you enjoy this. Please let me know in the comments, and we will see you soon. Take care.